Hello everybody, welcome to another St. John Norrona midweek message. Welcome to the season of Christmas. It's the 3rd of January and we are well into and nearing the end of the season of Christmas. Now that is not in step with the wider society, which has been celebrating Christmas since at least Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, sometimes going back to Halloween, when the decorations start coming out and the sale flyers start coming out, and it's all this talk about so many shopping days left. Well, Christmas is not about shopping days, we all know that. But the society that we live in is aggressively consumerist and driven by the retail industry in many important ways. So the focus is on what are you going to buy this year? What are you going to spend? How much are you going to spend? And are you going to be able to afford it? And all of those kinds of distractions from what really the season is supposed to be about. We celebrate Christmas beginning on Christmas Day. The days leading up to Christmas are Advent. It's a different season. It's a whole different thing. That Advent is a season of preparation, of quiet contemplation, of reassessment, of looking at the way we live and the way our world is, and questioning what needs to be changed to prepare for the coming of the Christ child. Is there things that we need to alter in our life? Are there things that we need to address or focus on or shift? And then the Christmas season beginning, if we want to start a little early, Christmas Eve, with the arrival of the Christ child. That Christmas season is a time of celebration and of recognition that God has indeed come for us and has transformed the universe by taking on humanity. It's a miraculous time, and it's a beautiful time of celebration as we take one little break in the middle of it for Epiphany and the coming forth of this Christ child into his society, and we reflect on how that reflects on our society. But it's kind of like the old tradition, I don't know how many of you had this, of having a backwards day at school where everybody puts on their hats and maybe most of their clothes backwards, and some clowns will walk around backwards and run into things. It's kind of silly. But we're kind of doing a backwards day thing where our practice in the church year, is backwards to society. And hopefully that can be a sign to the larger society to say, is this really the way we want to do things? Is this really the way we want our world to be? And if we can be that kind of sign, that kind of challenge, like the Old Testament prophets, challenging the way the world is, and making us think, can we do it differently? Then we will have done a very important thing for all the people around us and for all of our society as we challenge and question and bring in this vision of a world in transformation, a world that has everything available to question and to challenge, and that God can make us a more flexible people, or our world can become a better world because God is doing something new. That's the coming of the Christ child, is something new. And the arrival of the King in the manger and all that beautiful imagery and that gorgeous symbol of the world breaking in a new way and in a humble way, and power taking on a different complexion that's not abusive, but that is instead humble, small, and weak, instead of domineering and powerful and overrunning. So, people of God, Merry Christmas. May God transform our world continually and continuously through us and in us. Amen.